We'll call the meeting to order at 3:36.
You want a motion for,
Yeah, the minutes.
motion to approve the minutes of March 28th, 2023. Wait,
Yes, that's the last time we met that I had in our
I'm
minutes.
like, wait a minute, it's not March yet. That's also not 2023.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't met in a while.
It's been a long time, and I think I actually forgot to list the minutes in here.
I wonder if we didn't take minutes on one of the other meetings, because I think we did have another meeting since then.
Let's see,
It's been,
Yeah, let's see.
subcommittees.
March.
March, and then let's look at the agendas too, see if we have them. 2024.
Yeah, March was the last time we
Yeah,
met.
yep, I guess so.
Wow.
Pull up the minutes because I forgot to include
Yeah.
them in
What, that
here.
was about a newsletter, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it was. Let's see.
Is Dan able to see what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that was when we did this, to get it voted, right? Subcommittee reviewed the explanatory text and made some suggestions.
Right,
Yeah,
so that was our last.
okay. All right, so we have a motion and a second on the minutes.
Say second, Dan.
I'll second it.
Look, tell me you.
All right. All right, so you want to pull the newsletter up, Devin?
Yes.
All right. Yes, why don't you walk it through?
All right, so here's our proposed update to the community. The first page just has a project update. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes, so we tried to summarize that on the front page with the interior design subcommittee work, the value engineering, and the main entrance subcommittee. We also wanted to show some renderings. Chris Nardi has since given me an updated rendering of this because we have now the wainscoting white on the front,
Right.
and we actually have the actual maroon color. So it does that. I'll substitute that in.
Oh, good.
They just received it. Yeah.
Town sealed.
Town seal
Over
moved
here.
to the reception area. And then he's just gonna give me, I want it to be like east view or west, you know, like whatever view you're looking at, but the only thing I will say is we like to have a disclaimer about rendering, so I put that at the bottom, just because, you know, some things may change if we come to the next value engineering and we have to change the flooring or any other material. We like to just say, don't get your expectations up.
And, you know, I appreciate that, and I was thinking about the value engineering paragraph, not that it reads wrong, but I always get concerned about, just because I was on the IAR project and we did this and then we got blown out of the water and had to go back.
Right. We tried to simplify it because value engineering in itself is confusing.
It is.
You know, it's a normal part of the process that happens after every phase. And basically, I didn't want to get in the weeds too much, but the important thing is we're back on budget.
I'm just wondering if people are gonna, and maybe I'm reading too much into it
Yeah.
because I'm on the committee. So I always have to take that into consideration that, you know, removing 12 items from the project and not talking. I mean, you're saying it doesn't compromise the integrity.
Yeah, but not saying what those are.
Right, or even putting it in there.
Yeah.
The purpose of, I mean, we did do that.
So we have not shared with anybody what items have been removed, correct?
No, the
Yes,
committee
no.
voted to remove them at the last meeting and we reviewed all of those items.
They're in the public minutes.
Right. These are items that,
Yeah, I'm not suggesting we need to. It looks very clear that our committee has reviewed things and we determined which items needed to be cut to keep the project on budget.
I think it's legitimate because it says that we're constantly looking at it. Things have to be removed, not removed. But I think the sentence is that removing 12 does not compromise the integrity of the project.
Yeah, I agree. No,
Yeah.
I'm fine with all of it.
you know, it's not. It's
I
just-
know. It's just, it's reporting to the public that
The truth.
we're, the truth, but we're, you know, at each point, this committee is gonna have to make cuts. And that's the committee's authority to determine
Right.
what cuts are appropriate.
And I
Where-
think,
I'm sorry.
I think we did language like this in the high school.
We did,
newsletters
that's
as
what I
well.
based it off of.
I'm not sure if we did the exact number of items, but
Did,
I think it's gonna be less for this one, right? So
Yeah.
did you say that if they're listed on
In the
the
minutes.
The
project?
minute.
In the minutes.
So that's on the project website?
Yeah.
All right. I'm overthinking it. I know I am. I just always get concerned about when we start talking about that we've cut and.
Yeah. I think it's good though, because in this environment with how expensive things are and what's going on, I think it's good to show that there is a value engineering committee and that we're looking at things.
Oh, and parking.
Yeah,
No, I love the value engineering and getting wrapped up in the amount of items.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
And
I
then,
particularly like the last sentence,
I do too.
because it just says, keep informed. It doesn't say, please convey your opinions and suggestions.
and then the meeting schedule.
Yeah, so then just letting people know, we're continuing to meet, with the updated meeting schedule, on the first page. And then if we move to the second page, just I'll start on the right-hand side, just a quick snapshot of the project timeline, trying to simplify it, to let people know where we're at. And then rolling out our, Buy a Brick fundraiser. So some of this information that's in here was just a placeholder until we finalize some things.
Did you find something to?
Yes.
Those for our church?
We did.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just bought one.
So we're going to have a website that's gonna allow people to purchase the bricks and
Okay.
put in their information and all of those things. What we're gonna do is we're gonna create a subpage on our website. So we'll direct people to our website. You'll click on Buy a Brick and it'll direct you to
Okay.
where you need to go. So having it in one central location. On this newsletter, people will be able to scan their QR code and we'll bring them right to that page. We also put the rendering of the outside so you can see where those bricks are actually going to
I
go.
like that. That's cool. And it also gives them.
What the outside's gonna look like.
Exactly. And then the only other thing is we just want to talk about the pricing. I had been putting these numbers in with just a placeholder at 100 and 250. But I think the way we have it set up right now, it was going to be 100 and 200. So I think it's just, which do we prefer?
Is there a way to show an actual rendering of the brick and the size of it and what it looks like when it's inscribed? So people get a feel, maybe even have a sample at town hall, so people get a better sense of the size of the brick, so they can figure out kind of what they can get in there. I know it says 4 lines of text, but it would be interesting to see the size of the brick. So
I think I have to see what the back end website that they're creating for us gives us. But I would imagine they show examples of what it looks
A
like.
4x8 is a typical brick.
It's a typical brick,
And
yes.
an 8x8, wow.
It's a bigger.
It's just a square.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think, Dan, if we could fit something in, I think that wouldn't be bad. We could make the timeline a little bit smaller and maybe just put a sample brick in just
That
to
would be
show.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think it's a great idea to sell them personally.
It was your
It was
idea.
your idea, Dan. We love it.
I could think of a recipient. But
Yeah,
this.
a lot of people like
I
that.
got it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think 100 and 250 is good. You get the bigger brick and
Yeah.
see what we can get.
Yeah. I was thinking 100 and, that's what we charge for a regular size brick.
100.
Or 110 actually, but they're thinking of going back down to 100.
Mhm.
And there's quite a few outside the meeting house.
Or should go 100, 200. What do you think?
Whatever you guys
100,
want.
200,
I think
200,
it's 200.
200? Okay.
Only because.
It's half, it's
two
double
more
the size.
lines.
Yeah.
It's double the size, but it's 2 more lines.
Yeah. All right, so 100 for a 4x8 and 200 for an 8x8.
Is it a good deal for both sides of this?
I'm not sure of the price that we would pay.
Yeah.
But I think it is a pretty good
Good deal,
markup.
yeah.
That's really cool. I like that idea, Dan, a lot.
So what do
So
you,
is this all that will go out?
yeah, just a two pager, I mean, one page, right? Two
Yeah, it'll
copies.
be front and back.
We have a budget as to how much we think we're gonna net if how many bricks we might sell and minus the cost of the brick and what the bottom line to us would be.
I don't think we've come up with a target, but what we want to do is we want to set our deadline for this fundraiser before the end of this design phase, so that we're not gonna buy bricks in the project just to replace them with these bricks. So we would make sure that we're not duplicating our efforts on that front.
That makes sense.
But I mean, I think just knowing the community and knowing the sentimental value of the 1928 building in itself, I think it'll be pretty successful.
Yes. But hopefully we can get that out and about in other places.
Yeah,
That's
this will kind of be like the kickoff for it.
on the town website.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, we would do town website, we'll do Everbridge. We can do a lot of Explore Farmington, Friday folders at the schools.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Dan, what do you think
Are
of,
these bricks being inscribed before they get laid down, or are they gonna be inscribed after they're all, after the walkway, the entrance is laid down, and then they come in and they etch or whatever? I don't know what the problem.
I think it's before.
Yeah.
I think they'll come shipped to us engraved.
And then whatever gets ordered, I wouldn't close the timeline. I try to get more purchases quickly as possible, but I wouldn't say they have to be purchased by certain,
Yeah.
because then you just pull them up and
I
replace.
just don't wanna,
avoiding
I
that.
just don't wanna buy and then we have to replace
Absolutely.
200 bricks, you know, it's just.
Is that done at the end, towards the end of the project, that patio? I would assume.
Yeah, I would assume the
Yeah.
site work is after the interior is finished, it's typically how it works, or
That's good.
it's different contract, well, it's a general contractor, so it wouldn't be different trades. You could do some work simultaneously.
The only thing I'd want to be sure of is that whatever process they use to etch the bricks is gonna last. I mean, it's not, we're not gonna find in 6 years with salt and walking and shoveling and the weather and whatever, that we're finding that the names are starting to fade or whatever. So I don't know enough about the process, but I think whatever we do, we want to make sure that it's got some longevity to it.
yeah,
Yeah,
And my husband, we go to the Congregational Church in the center of town, the meeting house and the, just one blank, the big, beautiful, and they've been doing this for years and they all stand out pretty well. I mean, for years. I don't know how far back they go, but they're engraved pretty deep.
we did some research on finding a vendor and, made sure they had references available and could send a sample and stuff like that. So, it's a pretty, reputable company that does the only this.
We just switched to somebody, and I don't know who it is, I'm not involved with it, but the larger print, which is really nice compared to the other ones that
Oh,
are
that's
smaller
nice,
print.
yeah, that's a good
It's a
idea
really
too.
large
Yeah.
print.
How about, I thought the look of the newsletter, I thought it looked nice. Do you guys like it?
The only thing that I always want are committee members' names on these things.
Oh. Yeah, yeah,
If that's okay, I
Yeah.
just think it's always smart to
yeah, yep, we'll add that.
be able to,
Yeah.
You agree, Dan?
Yes, but the whole committee, sure,
Yeah, the whole committee. not just-
absolutely. Yeah.
Maybe it is. So we want to add the names of the committee members, maybe get a sample of the brick. We're gonna update the pictures, just so they're the final,
Yeah.
update the pictures. Okay. Any other, update the costs.
Yeah, update the cost.
Do we expect, to be sending out more?
Yeah. Yeah. I think the next, because we just finished this value engineering, after the next value engineering, I think that was our thought, yeah, that we do it.
When do you expect this to go out?
soon, right? You wanna go?
Yeah, once we make these edits, we'll send this newsletter to the full committee just to sign off on it, because we're not gonna meet again until March, and we
Yeah.
wanna get this out. So as
Okay.
soon as we get the committee to buy in, I'd say in the next week or so, we'll get it to the printer.
Are these updated dates?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't include, I think we canceled the 2nd February, but I started
Yes.
in March, just
Yeah.
so you see.
And then I think we were talking about potentially canceling our next communications one for the 27th as well.
Yeah, because we won't need that, yeah.
Right, because we'll approve this one.
So the thought was we'd make these edits that we just talked about and then email the whole thing to the full committee and ask them to just sign off that they like it. And if everyone says that they like it, then we'll get it out in the next week or so.
Sounds good.
Dan, are you okay with it?
All good.
Okay.
I love that the front of it's on here.
Yeah, I think it's neat. And I think this looks real nice too.
Yeah.
It really looks good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we'll make those edits. We'll send them back out to everyone. Everyone can sign off on it and we'll be good to go.
It looks great. It's a great newsletter, and I think people will be impressed with the progress we're making.
I haven't looked at our website. Does it have these pictures on it?
Not those ones yet, just through the agendas that we added to it, but we can update. I didn't want to do some with knowing that the colors and.
Yeah, we have,
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah.
just got the updated
Yeah.
version, so we'll make
But they
sure
will
those go on the
Yeah.
website. Yeah,
Like the floors and the
Yeah.
signage and the different
Right.
things we looked at.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a note of that. Update the webpage with pictures. The right colors and everything. Yep.
We decide on what the seal, we're gonna put on it. I don't even know. We went back and forth.
I think it was it the gunmetal?
Is that what's downstairs?
No, downstairs is bronze.
Oh.
I think we did decide, but I can't remember.
I can't remember.
I just remember having that conversation.
Are we confirmed for next Tuesday? We're confirmed for next Tuesday for the full,
No, we're.
No. We're gonna, that's gonna be canceled, Dan.
oh, we're gonna cancel it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the next one will be in March. But just so you know, they've been very busy. Actually, Chris Nardi's here today, meeting with our town clerk about the vault, meeting with our IT people about the technology. And then we had the fire truck over at the high school. At
The 28 building.
28 building, using the ladder truck to help us look at, the roofing stuff, I
The
think.
roof, where we took a look at the roof and really looking closely at like the architecture on the outside of the building, because during the VE process, we didn't think we needed as much money. So we wanted to see what needed restoration, what needed just like a power washing
Yeah.
to really get up and look up
What's
there.
happening to the cupola?
It's just being repaired.
Yeah, I think it's being.
Repaired,
So it's
yeah,
staying.
staying. It's
Oh,
staying.
yes,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
had to ask that at the last meeting.
No,
I hope
there was
so.
talk way early on about it, but we decided that it was staying.
Oh, it has to. stay.
Yeah, yeah, but it was nice because the fire department let us use their ladder truck. Well, it's our ladder truck, but you know what I mean. They came over, but they brought it up and they were able to look at it. So it's nice. Everyone's working together well between the high school project, everyone looking at this. It's
Cool.
being coordinated pretty well.
Nice.
So I think we're,
Looks good, ladies.
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
yeah.
Yes.
I think we all want to make sure that the exterior of this building, when it's done, it looks as nice as the new interior.
Right,
Yes, yeah.
exactly,
Oh, for sure.
exactly.
And yet it holds its historic look.
Yeah, good. All right, so I think that's it, right?
Yes.
Sounds
Good.
good, thank
All right.
you.
All right, Dan, we'll,
All right, everybody. Thank you. Nice to see everybody.
okay,
Stay healthy.
all right.
Too.
Bye, Dan.
Day.